Ready to Love season 7, episode 7. Queens don't chase, but apparently they spread their legs to men they're not married to. Morgan, I'm so disappointed in Morgan. I'm like, girl, I don't know what to do. Every time these girls come on this show and I have some kind of good hope in them, they always embarrass me and act typical. But anyways, I have the review here. I need to go ahead and do it. Today's Sunday. I might be doing this review on Sunday for Monday. I'm going to be taking my braids out. So while I'm doing this review, I'm going to just go ahead and take these braids out. So I'm going to go on my on voice only. So I could take my braids out. Cuz I got to go see my girl tomorrow. Gigi. She's Haitian. Her name is Gigi. Okay, not Gigi. Gigi. So I'm gonna be taking my braids out. So I'm gonna go on voice only. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, share this out for me. And we'll just have my beautiful book out that I'm being attacked for. Now we'll just keep that up there so we could put it in the face of the devil. I absolutely love you. I adore you. Thank you for your love and support. Ooh, that's perfect. That's a perfect shirt right there. Thank you for your love and support. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, share this out. Are you watching Ready to Love? What did you think about last week's episode? I'm just Morgan, child. She's so typical. She's so typical. I liked her initially, but then after the way she's been acting, I know that she's real up on time on Tony, like she acting like that's her husband. Girl, I just cannot with her. Okay. But anyways, be sure to subscribe, thumbs up. Listen, watch, please show me love and support. Watch my videos, child. Please watch the videos. Please leave me a review on Amazon. Apparently, there's a witch that's after me. The devil has his witches and imps and demons and warlock after me. Why? Because the anointing of God is upon my life. So watch that video I did this morning talking about when the rejects versus remnant. What do you do when rejects attack the remnant? And I have an excellent video. The Lord gave me that word yesterday, and I dropped that word on Sunday morning. Since I'm not sure when I'm going to put up this video, probably Sunday night or Monday morning. So be sure to check that out. If you love me and my content has blessed you, and I know it has because you email me all the time, you leave comments for me, you're buying my books, go over to Amazon, please, and leave a glowing 5-star review for me. I know you guys say my books have helped you in the comments, but I need you to go over to Amazon and review my books over on Amazon for me. Every time you buy a book, you can leave a review, okay? Because I have bought some other books for some people, and every time I buy a book, they send me an email for me to do a review for other authors because I try to support other authors also. So go over there and check that out for me. Okay. I love you. I thank you. Husband profile is going very well. I'm so excited. The women are being blessed and I am changing lives. Hallelujah. That's why the devil is mad. The women are making up in their mind what they want. They're not wasting time with Dusties and Build-A-Bears and Fixer Uppers. Janice Hylton mentoring. That is where you show me love and support. And also, I turned my membership back on YouTube because some of you are just saying, the channel is so technical for you. You just wanted to show it over. You want to show me love. And I just want to give a shout out to my wonderful husband. He got up early this morning and made me breakfast. Ain't he good, child? He's so wonderful. And child, the witches and the warlocks, honey, they're just so jealous, child. They ain't got no good husband to be taking care of them and paying their bills and loving them and adoring them, and getting up, making them breakfast and rubbing their feet. Ah, my Lord. So thank you for your love and support. I appreciate y'all. If I didn't tell you, I appreciate y'all. Okay. And my beautiful baby. I got to talk about my family because the devil is after my family. You understand? The witch is praying that my marriage don't work out. Because of jealousy and the spirit of witchcraft. Because jealousy, the Bible says, jealousy births witchcraft. And see, people's jealous of me and my marriage and my family. So y'all be praying for me. Pray for me and my husband, our marriage. We gonna celebrate 10 years in May. Hallelujah. Pray for my beautiful baby boy, Michael Jr. Yes, and my beautiful baby girl, Alexia, because see, people don't realize when they're trying to attack the daddy and the mother, they are really attacking your children. You understand? And like, what's that woman saying? I'm Mama Bear. I don't play when it comes to my babies, okay? So just be praying for us, okay? The devil is mad and the devil is busy because I'm changing lives on YouTube. I am lifting up the name of Jesus Christ and I'm lifting up godly marriages and I'm telling women to close their legs to men who ain't married him. I feel the anointing, but come on. I feel the anointing, but I already preached this morning. So I want to thank you for your love and support. Y'all have supported me and showed me love, and I appreciate that. And I'm loving on you. I'm praying for you, and I'm praying that God will open up doors for you and for your family. All right, come on, let's get into Married at Ready to Love. I still owe you Married at First Sight. I'm gonna bring that to you. Maybe tomorrow after I get my new hairstyle, I'll bring that to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so let me get in my notes here. I have all these notes over here. Ready to Love. Episode 7 is called Queens Don't Chase, but like I say, they might not chase, but they spread their legs to men they're not married to, aka Morgan, okay? So we basically pick up with everyone meeting with Tommy and Jeffrey calling Blake insane and Sue-Ann advocate Ann. Now, initially, I like Jeffrey. Okay, my mother is calling me. Why is she calling me on a Sunday morning? Did somebody else die? Because that's the only reason why you would be calling me on a Sunday, Mama. You're supposed to be in church. I'm gonna have to call her back. I wonder what would be if Blake called Jeffrey insane. See, I'm an equal opportunity getter. If Blake called Jeffrey insane, do y'all think there would have been an uproar? So how is it that she can call him insane and it's okay, ain't nobody said nothing? And why is she picking on Sue-Ann? Oh my God. Why is she picking on Sue-Ann? I think Jeffrey is jealous of Sue-Ann. Okay, because we're still not sure if Jeffrey is a biological male or is she a biological female. We don't know. And I'm not the only one asking. And I'm glad I'm not the only one asking. Okay. Now, I'm going to say that I absolutely love how Sue-Ann and Blake is handling Jeffrey. And I really do think she's jealous of her. Sue says she's at the adult table. I totally agree with Sue-Ann. And I have to go back to see what I said about Sue-Ann. I don't remember saying anything about her if I like her or not. I do remember saying I like Jeffrey. I thought she was soft and feminine, and I like Morgan. But you know what I'm noticing is their fake femininity. They're not really feminine. They're trying to be feminine, but see, fake femininity will come off like femininity, but they're not really feminine. And I'm gonna point that out later when it comes to Jeffrey and Andre. Jeffrey says Blake is not Sue-Ann's client. She needs to focus on her love life and not attorney client. Okay, and my thing is, Jeffrey, you's a baby mama, and we're not sure how much baby daddy you have, maybe 2 or 3. Y'all know over here at the church, girl, we overlook one baby, okay? Because we all been young, we've all done dumb stuff. We all did stuff we're not supposed to do. We've all fallen and stuff like that. But after a while, we gotta get ourselves together. So my thing is, Jeffrey, why wasn't you focusing on your life? And another thing, did y'all know Jeffrey was only 32? I thought she was in her 40s. Why was I thinking Jeffrey was in her 40s? Somebody posted that. Did y'all know Jeffrey was 32? I thought she was in her 40s. She's a young girl. So she's been through the ringer. So Jeffrey is saying how Suanne is treating Blake like her client. But let me tell you, Jeffrey, Suanne as a lawyer, I like her. I like her. She comes off very soft, very feminine. She's not brass. She's not aggressive. And I just absolutely love the way she's handling Miss Jeffrey. Marcia says, she said, I don't like it. Here go Thirsty Morgan talking about she does. Ghetto, Morgan, ghetto. Why would you want two women to be going back and forth on national TV, ma'am? Isn't that what we're trying to prevent? We don't want the black woman looking crazy on TV, but you like it. And you like it because Blake rejected you. That's the problem. I don't understand what's wrong with women and being rejected. He's just not the man for you, but it's okay. You don't have to be mad at him and want to see him drag because you don't like him. But I absolutely love how Blake is handling handling the situation. Okay, I was very proud of him. Tommy reminds them that two people is gonna go home tonight. And I felt really nervous for them too. They felt nervous and I felt nervous because I was like, ooh, child. Am I the only one that's ready for Andre to go home? He really gets on my nerve. I feel he comes off as a know-it-all, and he comes off as he is the cream of the crop, and I just don't like him. And I don't like that force speaking that he does. Back home, we call that twanging, okay? You call that twanging. And Mercedes didn't call me, and I'm hurt about it. And I'm like, please leave Mercedes alone, sir. You wasn't on the show. So why should Mercedes invest time and effort in you when you're not on the show? You're gone. You didn't say he was coming back. So she's not. Why should she invest time in somebody that's not coming back? So Jeffrey's over there in the corner talking to Andre, and listen to what the delusional woman says. She hopes he thinks she handles it with grace. Jeffrey, are you for real? Is you for real? You really thought you handled what you handled with grace? The way you was going back and calling Blake insane and calling Suanne advocate Ann? You thought you handled that with grace? Grace would have been what Blake did, where he just wasn't going to get in the dirt with you. But you thought that you handled that with grace, then I would see what it looks like if you didn't handle it with grace. I would like to know what it looks like, Jeffrey. If that's handling that situation with grace, then I want to know. I want to know what it looks like to not handle it with grace. Please go ahead and let me know, because I would like to know. Andre says, listen to what this man says, y'all. He hopes people see her for who she is. Girl, I was like, Andre, do you know what you're saying? Yeah, we're really seeing her for what she is and who she is. We don't see what you see, Andre. We saw it initially, but as time went by, we start to see the real her. See, you got to give people time to get the claws, show the claws. There's a whole lot of wolves in sheep's clothing walking around here, but you have to give them enough time to show the claws, because eventually the claws are going to come out. She gonna say they didn't see Jesus. Girl, if my hair wasn't sticking up in the hair, because air because I'm taking out these braids, I would walk around this chair. As a matter of, let me walk around the chair. Girl, Andre's gonna say, I hope they see her for who she really is. And she gonna say, this is why I had to take notes. I had to rewind back up and take notes. She gonna say, they didn't see Jesus. Did she really compare herself to Jesus? Did Jeffrey really compare herself to Jesus? Huh? but guess what? She had to laugh herself. She had to giggle herself because she couldn't believe what she was saying. She couldn't believe what she was saying, y'all. She giggled. She said, they didn't see Jesus. I busted out laughing too. I was like, is she really compare herself to my Savior? Huh? Is she really compare herself to Jesus? Talk about they didn't see Jesus. Girl, what? Girl, I threw away the phone. Cousin, I threw away the phone when she said that. I threw away the phone because I could believe it. Talk about they didn't see Jesus. I put down here, throw the whole TV away. Okay, if my husband didn't just go buy us all brand new TVs last year for the streaming service, I would throw the TV through the window. I just couldn't believe it. So then Morgan is over there in the corner, have Anthony held up. She gonna tell Anthony she was ready to put him on blast, and she thinks he wants to be pursued, and queens don't chase. Y'all, I hate to say it, but Morgan is coming off as typical. Like, I feel like, and women do this a lot, and I see it a lot, and I think it is so dangerous, ladies. We do this thing where we overvalue ourselves to a man, right? We know that we're diamonds, we're rubies, and all of that. But does he think that about you? Huh? Does he think you're a diamond and a ruby and a pearl? And Morgan comes off like she's overvaluing herself to these men, not realizing these men don't value her like that. And that's probably why she ain't meet nobody yet. And a lot of women do that. You overvalue yourself. Yeah, we know we're rubies. Yes, we know we're princesses. Yes, we know that we're a virtuous woman. But does he think that about you? Does he see you that way? Huh? So if he don't see you that way, you don't tell him. And she's overvaluing herself. And she's coming off as a mammy. And I don't like that, okay? In my book for NaNoWriMo, I wrote 2 years ago, I talk about the mammy or the mommy. You're mothering him. You want to be his mother. You want to teach him how to be a man. You want to teach him how to pursue you. Morgan doesn't feel like he's aggressive enough, and he didn't take the initiative to come talk to her. Well, how you know he wanted to talk to you, man? If a man is not being aggressive enough in pursuing you, don't you think that means he's not interested in you? Why you need to tell him he's not aggressive enough? Men are hunters. So if he wanted to pursue you, Morgan, he would put in the initiative to pursue you. He's not putting in the work. He don't want to be bothered. Simple as that. Morgan and Marcy thinks that he doesn't get it. She feels, and listen to this, y'all. Let me tell you, Morgan, to be a minister and as old as she is, she gonna say to Anthony, I feel like knocking you upside your head. Ma'am, what grown man want to hear you want to knock him upside his head because you think he didn't get it? Huh? You think he didn't get it? He don't get what you're saying. He don't understand that he's not aggressive enough. So because he doesn't understand what you're saying, you want to knock him upside his head. Excuse you? Girl, what is wrong with you? But you know what? A lot of women are like that when we're dating, aren't we? Huh? So you tell me. So right now you're going violent. If he said the same thing to you, Morgan, how would you feel if Anthony said he want to knock you upside your head? How would that make you feel? So why do you think it's appropriate for you to say you want to knock him upside your head, like his head, like you're talking to your son, okay? You talking to Anthony like you're talking to your son. Talk about knocking him upside his head. Do you think that's sexy? Do you think he finds that attractive? That you want to abuse him? Keep your hands to yourself. Like little Michael preschool. Keep your hands to yourself, okay? Marcia brings up the low-lying fruit, but they're all the way up to the top. That's another thing. You think you're all the way up to the top. But does he think that about you? See, ladies, you want to tell him you all the way on top. Does he think that about you? Or does he think you come off as a low-lying fruit? Because sometimes women think they're all the way at the top. But the truth is, they are a low-lying fruit. He don't think you're all the way up the top. That's why he's not trying to climb the tree to have you, because he doesn't think that about you. This is why dating is for data, ladies. This is why you shut your mouth and you allow him to talk so you can get the data about him and what he thinks about you. But you want to tell him you all the way on top of the fruit tree, but you don't know if he thinks that about you. Because if he did, he would be climbing the tree. Baby, he not trying to climb that tree. So he don't think you up there. He think you're a low-lying fruit. You're easily pickable by any man, even though you think you're up there. But if a man don't think that about you, you can't make him think that about you if he doesn't think that about you independent of himself. Excuse you? Jonique and Lyndon is over there talking about, and this is what I call Mr. Explanation. Mr. Explanation is the guy that he likes you, but you don't like him. So Jonique is like, I like guys, but they don't like him. And then Lyndon brought up that he was like that with Mercedes, that he really liked Mercedes, but Mercedes is going to friend zone him. So are these men not thinking that the woman can friend zone them? That's a Mr. Explanation. Mr. Explanation don't understand why you not interested. Andre across the room with his 3 ponytails, like a grown man. Why you need 3 a bang, 2 ponytails in your head and a bang? Remember back in the day in the 90s, we used to wear the ponytail in the middle, the little bang, and then the thing in the back. That's Andre. Like, who thinks that's sexy and attractive? Over there, manhandling Mercedes, pulling her. And she's like, hold up now. Hold up now. Get your hands off of me. Okay. And he gonna say, I'm gonna keep it 100. So my thing is, Andre, why can't you think in your head that basically you told Tommy you're dropping out? So if you're dropping out, then that means you're not coming back. So why should they invest time and effort in you? They need to pursue their other interests. Why you mad at her? Nah. So then he gonna ask why he didn't check up on her. She basically says, you wasn't coming back. He's hurt and he sees her for who she really is, and he don't want to have nothing to do with her. Okay, bye. She don't want you either. Across the other side of the room, Morgan has Tony jammed up in a corner talking about she wants to make sure Tony is looking for a special woman. I'm telling you, Morgan has dropped the drawers for Tony, child. The way she talked to him and carrying on, she don't drop the drawers. See there? You think you're a special woman, and I'm sure you are, Morgan, but does he think that about you? Or is he trying to get to the end? I want to make sure you're looking for a special woman and not just any woman. That's almost not good enough. So basically, she's the only woman in the room that's good enough for him. Huh? That's good enough. But you, like he said, Marcia is right beneath her, and I'm sure Marcia is right beneath her because Marcia didn't drop the drawers. She tells him he works the room too much. Listen to what Morgan is saying, y'all. Now, remember, they are dating to find a match, right? But Morgan is going to tell Tony that he works the room too much. How you going to tell somebody you're in a dating, you're dating, all of y'all dating, but you're going to tell him he works the room too much? Huh? Talk about he's too friendly and for him to cut out all the friendliness? She talking to him like that's her husband. Isn't that something you would say to your husband? No. She talking to this man who they are all dating different people that he worked the room. He's too friendly. He needs to cut all that friendlessness. She goes on to say that naturally he's a flirtatious man and that's going to make her hurt him. Girl, she done dropped the drawers, honey. That's the only reason why you would say those things. Because you done gave him the drawers. He done made some promises to you. Probably right when he was busting a nut, she got him to say she the one. But he's still working the room and he's still being friendly. And she's going to hurt him because he's too friendly. Excuse you? Then she threatened to rip his lips off because he's licking them and they are hers. Then they kiss. Wait a minute. Those lips don't belong to you until you stand at the altar and take holy vows, Morgan. So what you talking about, ma'am? Why is this single man who is among other men and women that's dating, why are his lips your lips? How you gonna snatch off this man's lips? What if he want to kiss Marcia? He not gonna have no lips to kiss Marcia? Girl, what? Tommy comes in, two singles going home, and so he basically met with the guys. Andre says Jeffrey is a saint. Child, he's delusional. Mark Anthony said Marcia has an infectious smile. Ooh, look at that. Infectious smile, ladies. We talk about this in the husband profile. Smile. Smile a while and give your face a rest. Then back over to the ladies. Sue says her and Blake sealed them with a kiss, but the look on Morgan and Jeffrey's face was like, let me take the picture down. Was like this. They couldn't believe. That's why they're mad. That's why they're mad, because they couldn't believe that boring Suan has Blake. Oh my God, that was funny. Of course, Jeffrey says Blake is using her for votes, is using Suan. It's unfortunate and really disturbing. Why is it disturbing to you? Why you not focusing on your love interest? Why you focusing on what Blake and Suan is doing? Morgan, top picks are Tony, and Tony also likes Marcia, but she's right below Morgan. Lyndon said he feels sorry for Lyndon because Tony says he feels sorry for Lyndon because there's no way Morgan would be with him knowing Tony is in the mix. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you he put that D on Morgan? Huh? I told you he put the D on Morgan. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you he put the D on Morgan? Girl! But Morgan says the only issue with him, her, and Lyndon is age difference, but she knows they can work it out. No, ma'am. I tell my girls over at the husband profile, as long as you want to have kids, don't you marry no man that's younger than you. If you're older, you know, y'all not having kids or anything, and he's fully matured and grown up, then go for it. But as long as you want to have kids, don't you marry no man that want to have babies and he's younger than you, man. So then they talk about the least connection. Morgan, Jonique, and Jeffrey says Blake are their least connection. Marcia says Mark Anthony. So do Cynthia, Morgan, and Sue. So look, Mark Anthony says that he likes Marcia because she has an infectious smile, but Marcia's in the other room talking about, oh, I don't even like him. Morgan says Anthony has disregarded her 3 times, so did Marcia. So Morgan is mad that Anthony is not trying to run her down and pursue. And again, I think he's not interested. But I also think Anthony is on the wrong show. He needs to be on the Bad Boys of LA, in my humble opinion. Okay. The guys are not feeling, Lyndon is not feeling Suan. Blue says Suan is not his type. Andre says she doesn't look at him as a person because he looks like a playboy. Blake says Jeffrey is a lie. Morgan, they don't vibe. And Blake says him and Morgan don't blah, and she wants kids at any cost, so no way they will be able to connect. And that's the problem. Morgan is mad at Blake because he don't want kids. The man already have 3 kids with 3 different women, ma'am. He don't need no more babies. As a matter of fact, him and Jeffrey need to hook up. They don't need no more babies between them. They don't need to have any more kids. Okay. Morgan and Jeffrey and Blake need to just go ahead and get together because they don't need no more kids. They just need companionship. Andre threw Mercedes under the bus because she didn't check on him. What a feminine man. You know what I mean? Mark Anthony says Jonique says she's a nice person but didn't click. Blake says she's nice but too much of an age gap. Anthony said no sparks between her and him and Jonique. Tony says her only issue is her age, but she threw a wrench in the game, so he don't know. So Tony said, I like her, but she's young. And I had to rewind to make sure I heard what I said. Well, he said, because, you know, these men, they want the younger woman. But I think Tony's done with kids. Unless he wants to have another kid. Because Morgan wants to have babies. So if Jonique is too young, how old is she? I didn't check her age. I don't know. She gonna be hurt. Because she likes Anthony. She likes Tony. So that's interesting. So then Tommy reminded them about the lifeline that they can use it. So the men on the bottom, Anthony and Mark Anthony. Anthony is saved, but ladies decided to use their lifeline for Mark Anthony. So between Mark Anthony and Anthony, Mark Anthony would have been sent home, but the ladies decided to use their lifeline and save him because he does have connection. When it comes to the ladies' side, we see that Morgan is upset because Blake didn't get eliminated. So Blake lived another week. He's here for another week. She's upset that Blake is still there, and she said that he's a clown. And remember, Blake is a clown because Blake asked her if she can be happy without kids. You see how delusional these women are. You're mad at him because he don't want to have any more kids, ma'am. Huh? And he asks you, and I think that's a fair question to ask. Can you be happy without kids? It's a no for me. So we wouldn't be a match, but at the same time, I'm not going to be dragging you through the dirt. Okay. Ladies on the bottom, Jonique and Suan. Jonique is not ready to love. Men did not use their lifeline. And then the women are upset that they didn't use the lifeline. And then Tommy is going to say, okay, you didn't use your lifeline. It's gone. But my thing is, Tommy, you didn't say there was a limited time. I would fight that. I would be like, ho, Tommy. But then again, we didn't see. Maybe he did say that. I'd be like, whoa, Tommy, you didn't say there was a limited time. So they didn't use Jonique, and Jonique was sent home, and the ladies were upset. The next thing we see is Suan going over to Anthony's house for a date. And oh my God, I love her outfit. I love the yellow she had on. Her makeup was nice. Her hair was nice. Suan looked very pretty, very feminine, very soft. I really liked it. And I thought she looked absolutely beautiful. I thought his mat says, B, don't wear no shoes in my house. So Suan asked, should I take off my shoes? And he was like, no, don't take off your shoes. He got her flowers. I thought that was beautiful of him. That was very nice that he got flowers. He brought her in the house and sit her down. Then we see Mark Anthony on a date with Jeffrey, and Anthony makes dinner and stares at Suan and says nothing. And maybe, I don't know, maybe he just doesn't, well, he got kids. So I'm like, I don't know, you don't know to talk to no woman. So Suan says, when they were after the boat ride, they had a little party and they were dancing, and she really liked him and she felt really sexually close to him. But ever since then, nothing. So then she told him that I really liked her dance. So then he said, okay, well, let's dance, honey. So he's in there, him and Suan, and they're dancing and they're carrying on. And she's really enjoying the dance. So we're back over at Mark Anthony and Jeffrey. Mark Anthony said Jeffrey doesn't have to be strong. There you go. For the strong, independent Black woman who don't need a man. He said, you don't have to be strong. I'll be strong for you. I'll be the strong one. She said, you don't have to be strong. You need to just be soft, ladies. We shouldn't have to worry about being strong. That's why you can't get no soft man. You got to get your strong man who can be strong for you. Then she gonna tell him, and I feel like the woman use this all the time, and I think it backfires. She tells him, he asks her, so what is it you have to tell me? She tells him that she has Crohn's disease. Okay, so we got to pray for Jeffrey for her healing. And in his voiceover, he said he was confused because he doesn't know what that was. I think a lot of people don't know what Crohn's disease is because this is not something you hear a lot. Like you hear about diabetes, high blood pressure, and stuff like that. But when it comes to a lot of people don't know what it is. So I'm glad she took the time to explain it to him. And she did a video. This is just outside of the show, explaining the Crohn's disease and stuff like that, because some people are saying they didn't believe her. Okay. The Crohn's disease aside, let's set that aside. We're going to be praying for her. I don't know if she's a believer or not, but believers have rights to healing via the Lord Jesus Christ. Ladies, I keep telling y'all this. Stop telling these men this stuff, okay? It's none of his business. He don't need that information right now. It's the same thing like women going on the show crying that they're a baby mama and the baby daddy ain't doing nothing to help him. Well, you should have chose a better man. Okay? And so what women do is they try to use their weaknesses, and hopefully the men will want them for their weaknesses, right? And you don't need to do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You need to, because right now what she might not realize Jeffrey is Mark Anthony's looking at this. Well, damn, you got 3 kids, 3 or 2 baby daddies, and you got Crohn's disease. So to him, that's a burden. So, ladies, this is why I tell you, don't lead with your children. Don't lead with your struggles, that stuff you're going through. You need to give him a reason to want you and want to be with you. And so by the time, he get to know you and how sweet and kind and feminine and how wonderful you are, child, he gonna take you, your 10 kids, and your Crohn's disease. Because you're just so wonderful, he can't afford to have you out of his life. But if he don't get to know the reason why he should have you in his life first, and you telling him all this stuff about you to try to get him, it's not gonna work. Don't do it. Okay? So we see Suanne and Anthony, they're still dancing. So then Mark Anthony asks about how the kids feel about her being sick. And she said, they're trying to understand, and kids shouldn't have to deal with that. She's in pain sometimes, so on and so forth. And then they swap spit. Mark, you know what I noticed about Mark Anthony? He ain't never bring no flowers for none of these girls. He's thinking his good looks, he's decent looking, and his stares is enough to get them to drop the drawers. He's not somebody I would go out with. He's not my type. But I just feel as if you're going out with dates on a lady, sir, don't you think you should bring a gift or something? Bring her some flowers. Nothing. You just sitting there staring in her face like a deer in headlights. So then Mercedes meet up with the date with Mark Anthony. And he's no flowers, girl. No flowers. So then we see Tony. He set up a date with Morgan because, Morgan is getting out of order. And he got to see her to put some more D on her so she could shut her mouth and sit on down and let him run the room. So Tony set up the date with Morgan. She's stressing him out about his happy face. Like he don't look happy to see her. Well, how you know he happy to see you, man? Maybe he not happy to see you because you're stressing him out about being with some man. Stop stressing him out. And I'm like, why Morgan always got to be in mommy mode? Always trying to check him. Fix your face. Smile. You're not happy to see me? You're not glad to see me? Fix your face. So then he asks how she feels about them. And she checks him about making sure he's focused on the one thing. So in other words, Tony probably told her while he was busting the nut that she's the one. And so Morgan is reminding Tony, you better make sure you're focusing on the right thing. Tony said Lyndon is not a threat to him. And Morgan claims she doesn't care about Tony's other connection. Oh, so you don't care about his connection, but you don't want him to work the room. You want him to keep his lips, which you've claimed are your lips, but you don't care about his other connection. Morgan, use a lie. Stop telling that lie. Use a lie. You care. Because if you didn't care, you wouldn't be stressing him out about who he's seeing and talking to. Morgan said she told Tony to narrow it down, clean it up, and get it together. He said duly noted. But wouldn't it be funny if in the end he don't choose her? Ooh, girl, can you imagine? Can you imagine in the end, after all this, after Morgan done dropped the drawers, laying claims to the man, ordering him around, mommying him, telling him to clean it up, narrow it down, get it together, and then in the end, he don't pick her. Girl, he gonna have hell to pay, honey. Because Morgan is going to tell us, you came to my house, I gave it up. And you chose Marcia over me. Wouldn't it be interesting? Oh, that would be such a twist. But we don't know. We still don't know. We think Morgan Tony's gonna change. But maybe in the end, maybe he'll choose Morgan. So that's going to be interesting to see. Mark Anthony likes that Mercedes has a I'm sorry, y'all. Just got an alert. Mark Anthony likes Mercedes. And I really like them. I like Mark Anthony and Mercedes. They're young. They don't have any kids. And I think I like them. Morgan thinks that her and Tony looks darn good together. Okay. Does he think y'all look good together? So then Morgan and Tony kiss. And in his voiceover, he said it's going to be extremely tough to choose between Morgan and Marcia. He has lots of thinking to do. Okay, we're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to see who Tony is going to choose. Ooh, he would be so interested if he chooses Morgan. Girl, talk about hell to pay. 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 Morgan is going to get him, child. You better choose her. Or else Morgan is going to turn the reunion stage out. But I want to see. Ooh, it would be so nice if he chose Marcia. Okay. So Blake said he set up a date with Morgan. Morgan is mad at him. And he don't understand what he said. What did he say that was wrong? You didn't say nothing wrong. There are women who are emotional. They are delusional. And they can't respect a man's right to have his own opinion, to not be interested. We don't want to be interested because he got 50 kids and but as soon as he's not interested, we got a problem with it. He says she hates Blake set up the day. She hates him. Blake says he's not sure what he said about that upset her. So then he apologizes, and listen to what Morgan said. He said, I apologize, but I don't know why you feel this way. She says, listen to what Morgan says. When I say a typical woman, she says, if you don't know what you did, how can you apologize? She claims he never. So he basically said that, if you saying I did something, I hurt you, I apologize. She then in her voiceover, he said, I apologize for hurting you. In her voiceover, she said, she claimed he never hurt me. And then she went on this rant. If he's important to me, he would have hurt me, but he's not important to me. So no, he didn't hurt me. Use a lie. Use a lie. That's why you're so in your feelings. He hurt your feelings. He hurt your feelings, Morgan. Just admit it. No, you want to talk about, no, he didn't really hurt my feelings because I don't really care about him. And if I cared, then he would have hurt my feelings. Use a lie. Use a lie. You got defensive. He don't want kids. You like him, and he don't want kids, and you like him. Tell the truth and shame the devil. These delusional people, girl. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Okay? He ain't hurt me. He ain't hurt me. Use a lie. He hurt your feelings because of what he said. And he has a right. He don't need to have no more kids. He don't have 3 already. He says, so then she gonna say, who hurt you because you can't be happy without kids. So he says, here come Blake with the knife. He says, no one hurt me because I have 3 kids. I was like, go ahead, Blake, tell her. I'm not hurt. I got 3 kids. And he should have ended it with, and you don't. You ain't got no kids. You try to get your husband to get you some kids. But he didn't. He was a gentleman. He says no one hurt him because he got 3 kids. I was like, bam, 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 bam. Then she brought up Jeffrey. And I'm like, why are you bringing up Jeffrey? Jeffrey said this. Jeffrey said that. He said he didn't want to talk about it, but it keeps coming up like a cancer. And she said she feels the same way about him. He's a malignant cancer. He's not benign. He's a malignant cancer. He doesn't have good intention. He's not honest. He's lying to the women, and it's not fear. Then he checked her. He was like, okay, continue to pursue your interests. We're not interested. We don't have things in common. Basically, you don't like me. I don't like you. He didn't say that. That's just me paraphrasing. And then in the voiceover, she says, in date with an intent. She's an angry child. Morgan is the typical delusional, angry Black woman out here because some man don't want you, boo-boo. When you should have just be happy that, you know, you want kids, he don't. Move along. Why you mad? Why you mad? Because he asked you if you can't be happy without kids. The answer is no. Simply, there's no need for you to be mad and angry and bitter at him because he don't want to have kids with you. Okay, I don't understand, ladies. Just move along. He's not the one for you. So in the previews for next week, they're supposed to be introducing their connection with their exes. Ooh, child. Ooh, I could say they looked like water was thrown on them. So then we see Jeffrey over in the corner. Tommy, can I talk to you? Can I talk to you for a minute? Because I got to talk to you. So my question is, Lord, let me take this. My question is, it's my baby daddy. I just love my baby daddy. My husband. My question is, y'all, do you think Jeffrey is going to tell Tommy she's a biological man? What y'all think? What y'all think about that? Do you think that's what she's going to tell him about the ex? Woo, this is going to be juicy, y'all. But anyways, I love you. Let me know what you think. What did you think about the review? And I see, I'm in the group and a lot of people is supporting Blake. I guess I feel like I'm missing something because it seems as if Blake has a lot of hate in the groups, but I noticed a lot of people is coming to his defense this week and they're saying you can not like him, but agree that Morgan was wrong the way she went in with him. Ladies, you never want to be Morgan. You never want to be angry at a man like Morgan was. Okay? You never want to do that. You never want to be so angry at him like Morgan was for no reason. And we thinking maybe he said something. He didn't say nothing other than he asked her, but can you be happy without kids? And for that, she's running to the hills and want to crucify the man on the cross. All right, y'all. I love you. I love you. Let me know what you think. Since I still have all these braids to be taken out, I might just sit here and do Married at First Sight. I already have the notes on it. I just have to do the review. So I think I'm gonna just sit here and do a review for Married at First Sight. So I'll have videos up to Tuesday. Okay, so I'll put up Ready to Love on Monday, and I'll put up Married at First Sight on Tuesday, and then I'll have videos for a few days while I take these braids out. I love you. I adore you. Let me know what you think. I'll be in the comments today. I'm home tomorrow. Well, I'm off tomorrow, but I'm going to go get my hair done. I'm going to go see Gigi. Gigi's going to hook your girl up. Okay. I love you, boo-boo. Let me know what you think. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Talk to you later. Remember, I need your help. Go on over to Amazon and leave those reviews for me. All right. Love you. Bye.